Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make a simnel cake, and I have my little assistant, my son Vinny, so I apologise if it gets a bit loud. He might get up and walk off, but we'll see how we get on. At the moment he's eating sprinkles because I'm just trying to stop him from being distracted whilst I cook. So he's happy, so I'm going to get started. So, simnel cake, which is a traditional springtime cake. It's rich in dried fruit. It depends on what dried fruit you want to use. You know, it's your choice. And it's topped with marzipan. The reason why I've got this little man here is because he's going to do some decorations, I hope. He might not. It might not work out that way. So I've got his sprinkles, which you can get from any of the supermarkets at the moment. He's got some here that he's started to eat, but it's our cake that we're going to eat, so it really doesn't matter. I'm not selling it to anyone. So, first things first. First things first is you're going to get 500 grams of marzipan. I use golden because it's traditional, but whatever you can get hold of. There is a lot in the supermarkets now. I think people have stopped panic buying, so there is a lot available. When I went in there yesterday, you can get dried fruit, you can get flour, marzipan, things like that. So I think the reason why that stuff isn't available is because everyone's at home more and they're wanting to bake. So whilst you scoff the sprinkles, I am going to roll out the marzipan. So we need 2 discs of marzipan, because what happens is you end up with a layer of marzipan in the middle of the cake. Wait. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll it out. So you want 2 discs the same size as the tin. Thank you, Vinny. So we're going to roll it out, dredge your worktop to stop it from sticking. Now, you see there that that's the traditional layout of a simnel cake, but when you've got younger children around, they probably don't want to sit there and do something like that. They want to make it look more adventurous and more fun. So I've got some Easter cutters here. I picked these up in a charity shop actually. I gave them a good wash. And I've got a chicken one and a bunny and a butterfly, and then I've got some little chicks that you can get. I got those from Sainsbury's yesterday. These are home bargains, I think. And there's some little chick sprinkles, which you like, don't you? You can tell. And then these dinosaur ones as well. So make it fun, get everyone involved in it, because the young children, their favourite bit is shaping and decorating. They don't like all of the bits in between. So rolling out your marzipan, so 1 disc for the middle and 1 for the top. So I'm going to let Vinny decorate the one for the top, which you'll enjoy, won't you? So what you're going to do to get that good shape is you're going to use the base of your tin. So you need a 20 centimetre tin. You all right there? Hand over your mouth and your cough, please.
What was that?
It's a tin.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to cut round it.
Mum, why couldn't it there?
So that I can get the right shape for it, and then you're going to decorate it with your sprinkles.
Oh.
You could decorate with...
There.
Yeah. You could decorate with rainbows if you wanted to, in light of what's going on at the moment.
I like rainbows.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's good. Right, put your sprinkles on there then. Okay, so you can decorate that. Press them in. Press them in so that they stay on there.
Where is it?
On there. Press them in. Right, so I'm just going to get my other disc.
What's that?
Yeah,
What's that?
that looks lovely. Make sure that you press the sprinkles in as well. That's it. So, it's not as rich as a Christmas cake. You don't have brandy in it for this one. So it's a little bit lighter, a simnel cake. And it's just fun to have something to focus on to decorate as a family, because traditionally, years ago, you would make one of these and everybody would kind of help making it and decorating it. But now we're so busy usually with working that we don't manage to do it. But we've got the time at the moment, so why not? Gives us something to do. And it's a nice centrepiece on your Easter table. You bored? So I've got another disc here, so that's ready for the centre of the cake. So, first things first, it's really important that you do this about an hour before. So this process of making the fruit cake is quite a long one. So 250 grams of mixed fruit, and then you're going to zest and juice your orange and add it to the fruit in a bowl or in a saucepan, and then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of water, and then you're going to put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, or you're going to heat it in a pan so that it absorbs all of the flavour and it softens it, so it makes it a bit lighter. So after you've done that, you let it cool down. That's really important. So after you've done that, you're going to get your butter. So 250 grams of butter.
Mom, and Dad, can I watch Ben and Holly on there?
Yeah, in a minute.
And then you're going to add in your 200 grams of light brown or dark brown or golden, whatever it is that you can get hold of. But I went to Sainsbury's yesterday and there was loads of sugar. You're going to help me mix this.
Don't hit me.
And then I've got my baking powder. So I've got a sachet. A tip for you, bicarbonate of soda and baking powder starts to lose its effectiveness if you have it open for over a month. So if you have some in your cupboard, it would be a really good idea for you to check them, because they can lose their ability to help your cakes rise. Whilst you're doing this, you need to make sure that you've got your ovens preheated to 150 degrees, because it's going to cook slowly over 2 hours. Okay, so baking powder's gone in. I've got vanilla essence and mixed spice. So, 2 teaspoons of mixed spice, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Add that sweetness to it, makes it smell lovely. And then we put in our soaked fruit. So I've used candied peel and a mixture of currants, raisins and sultanas, but you can add glacé cherries to it. If you don't like sultanas, don't use them. It's up to you as to what dried fruit you use in this. Okay, and then you're simply going to mix it all together. Okay, so we're mixing it all together until it is well combined. What's really important is to make sure that you scrape right at the bottom of the bowl, because what can happen is the flour can sit at the bottom of the bowl and you forget to mix it in. Okay, so that smells amazing. So making sure that it's well combined. We've got that raising agent in there, so that's going to add the carbon dioxide bubbles. It's going to add that lightness to it, so you don't have to overmix. And the creaming that we did at the bottom, at the start, acts as a mechanical raising agent. So this is what you should have. Then what you're going to do is you're going to line your tin. So you want to double over your baking parchment, because you're going to line it twice. Just stops it from catching. Okay, so you put the base of your tin, and then you get a pen or a pencil and you draw around and then cut it. Okay, it doesn't have to be super neat. Don't have to spend ages cutting discs out, making sure that it's the exact size. And then you're going to put 1 disc in and then a second disc in. Then what you're going to do is you're going to pour in half of the mixture.
Get it out there.
You can go out there in a minute.
What is that?
What? I want to put it outside.
What is it?
A toad.
So I've got half of the mixture, and then I'm going to put my disc of marzipan in,
What's the green one?
and then I'm going to add the other half of the mixture. Okay, so you're really going to scrape around the bowl. Make sure you get all of the ingredients. It smells amazing. If you can't find an orange to use as the zest and the juice, then a lemon is fine. It's not a problem. So this is ready. So half of the mixture, then the disc of marzipan. And with any loose bottom tin or springform tin, I'm always worried that the fat's going to drip through, so I always put it on a tray. And that's going to go into the oven for 2 hours. Okay, so the cake come out of the oven and it's cool. So now it's time to decorate it. So the simple decoration for it is to get your disc and to sit it on top of the cake. Ideally, you'd warm up some apricot jam and spread it on top, but I don't have any. It's really not that big of a deal. You can just brush a little bit of water onto the bottom of it for it to stick, so that's absolutely fine to do. So place your disc on top, and then it's up to you as to how you decorate it. You can crimp it, which is really simple. So, depending on how big you want the waves to be around the edge. Okay, you'll have to go over it a couple of times because sometimes it decides to shrink. Okay, so just pushing a finger up and pinching down with another 2. So pushing up and pinching down. Okay, and you might want to go around and do it again, just to neaten it up a bit. Okay, then with the leftover marzipan that you've got, that's when you can start to model the balls of marzipan. So it's traditionally 11 balls of marzipan, but it depends on how traditional you want to do it. You can get different coloured bits of icing, and you can have it that you've got red ball, purple, yellow, green to represent the rainbows for the NHS workers for the situation that we're in at the moment. Or I've got some cake pens, which are really good. So you can draw a rainbow on there, or you can do some sort of decoration. You can cut some things out. You can get these little chicks, like I showed you in the video previous. Sprinkles, it's completely up to you. So make sure that if you are doing the traditional, that you shape them all as best as you can, and they're all the same size. And again, brush with a little bit of water, and you can sit it on top. And then you can have it that you've got a little chick either side of each one, and that can go all the way around. Another option for you to do is to colour the marzipan. So if you've got a little bit of food colouring, you could knead it into the marzipan, and you could do some little chicks yourself if you wanted to, or you could do some Easter eggs that you can decorate. You can do the shape of an Easter egg in the marzipan, so roll it out, do it as an oval, and then use the cake pens to decorate, and you can have it all over your cake. Okay, so enjoy, have fun, and I look forward to seeing some photos of your finished cakes.